Hi guys, it's your boy Shinobi Sage here with a review for My Hero Academia Season 6 Episode 24. Let's get it. The episode begins with a flashback of the UA students speaking with Principal Nezu about bringing Deku back to UA and the safety of UA's security system. And guys, Principal Nezu is balling out here, you know. Who knew? He mentions how they reinforced the walls of the high school, making it difficult for villains to invade, which would allow for all of the civilians to remain safe. What's even more, guys, is that Nezu installed an underground mechanism where each of the shelters could go if need be, and they can move according to different routes. The underground is reinforced with 3,000 plates of steel or something like that, which can detect abnormal movement and can move to delay any kind of attack. Like, this man basically made his school into a prison. But I'm not gonna lie though, is that really gonna do anything to Shigaraki and the villains? Remember, this is the same man when his quirk awakened turned an entire city into a crater. Even in this season, he destroyed an entire hospital and a mountain, and his decay can spread and destroy things he isn't directly touching. He could have destroyed that entire cities if the heroes didn't intervene, to be honest. And now that he has All for One, couldn't he just drop in from above with a flying quirk or something like that and just fuck shit up? Like, I don't think Nezu thought about that. And yeah, another thing, even though the civilians would be transported underground, there's also a massive problem with that, and his name is Gigantomachia. What if All for One breaks him out from wherever he is? Couldn't he just dig himself underground to where UA is and just destroy all of that security technology and inevitably put all of those civilians' lives at risk? Like, big up to Nezu for thinking about this, but I think he kind of underestimated the villains a little bit. With all that money he has to install this protection, he's probably hitting the club on the weekends and making it rain. With Deku being brought back to the school, the crowd is in an uproar, mostly due to the fear that their lives will be at risk. Best Genius tries to calm down the crowd, and he basically tells the crowd the plan of using Deku as bait to find the villains and all of that good stuff. What's funny about this is that Endeavor and Hawks, two of the most hated heroes, were just standing outside, and both of them were probably like, yeah, we're not getting involved in that. The crowd doesn't believe what Best Genius is telling them, and poor Deku, man, the amount of bullshit he's been through after the war arc is just insane. And then Uraraka takes this moment to speak to the crowd on top of the UA building, and she tells everyone about his special power and how he left UA because he wanted to protect everyone and how he looks like shit right now. And everybody starts looking at Deku, and we see that woman who Deku helped a few episodes back, and she's even shocked by the fact that he kept fighting after he saved her. I'm not gonna lie, when I watched this scene, it kind of gave me Attack on Titan vibes, in particular with this scene back in season 1 where Armin was telling the commander to let Eren live after everybody found out he was a Titan. Those were the good times. We get a little backstory for Uraraka, who from a young age just loved seeing people smile, because in her mind, when heroes are suffering, battered and bruised, it's the cheers of the crowd which lifts up their spirits. That's why there was so much urgency in her voice, because she's seen how much Deku has suffered all this time with the burden of one for all, and all she wants is just for him to be happy and for his internal struggle to be lessened through the actions of the people. And man, that was some emotional speech. That got Deku down on his knees and crying his eyes out like we usually know him for. Like, Deku's got some good French for sure. Even his love interest is sticking out for him. Ochako was giving us some Oscar-worthy performance right there with that speech. Hopefully she wins it and she doesn't get robbed. What got me was seeing Kota and that Pokemon woman coming to help Deku. Seeing that flashback of Kota choosing red shoes to reflect Deku's impact on his life just got me, man. One of the civilians stands up and backs Deku in front of the crowd, and the Deku hater guy asks Midoriya if things will go back to normal, and Midoriya assures him that he and his friends will make everything right again. After that, everybody then covers Deku with their umbrellas and they escort him inside UA. We then see Aizawa, and it's been a long time since we've seen him. Turns out he lost an eye and he has an artificial leg now. They're still doing work on Kurigiri to see if he can at least communicate with Shirakumo's essence like they did before. It looks like both Nezu and Aizawa have a better understanding of Toga's quirk, and they put some measures in place. We then skip to All Might, who knows that he's just a side character, and he decides to take matters into his own hands and drives off in his One for All mobile to confront the hero-hater groups, and he's followed by Stain. Guys, again, My Hero Academia has kept up with the consistency this week. This was another great episode, you know. Now that Deku is back at UA and seemingly has the trust of those taking refuge there, I wonder where the story is gonna go from here. Next week it seems that Stain and All Might are gonna have a conversation. What I've noticed with MHA is that usually the last episode of the seasons is action-packed, but it doesn't look like the case this time, which is good because honestly the entire season has been nothing but fighting. I can't believe like this season will be over in 1 week. It's crazy, but it's been a joy to watch. Thank you to everyone who's watched my reviews and subscribed to my channel. It really means a lot to me that people actually mess with my content, you know. I love all of you lot, man, seriously. If you guys enjoyed the video, please like, share and subscribe, and until next week, stay blessed.